Lord, do not forsake me. Psalm 6, Bible verse, slow down. Theme verse, be gracious to me, O Lord, for I am languishing. Heal me, O Lord, for my bones are troubled. My soul also is greatly troubled. But you, O Lord, how long? Psalm 6, 2-3. The cry in the night. The rain fell without rhythm, whispering against the window like unspoken prayers. Eli sat on the floor of his small room, hands clasped, his face buried in them. He hadn't prayed in weeks, maybe months, but tonight, silence was unbearable. His heart thudded like a broken drum as he whispered, "Lord, do not forsake me." He felt abandoned, not because God had left, but because shame built walls he couldn't climb. The mistakes he'd made, words he wished back, promises broken, lingered like smoke in his mind. The air seemed to tighten. He thought of Psalm 6 and how David's cry sounded like his own heart, weary, aching, raw. "How long, O Lord?" he said again. The room trembled with the sound of his voice, fragile, honest, desperate. In the stillness, something stirred inside him, a memory of mercy. He remembered how God had forgiven David, Jonah, Peter, men who failed but still found grace. Tears came without asking. "I am nothing without you, Lord. Please don't leave me here." He fell asleep on the floor, still clutching his Bible. Prayer. "Lord, when I fall into silence and shame, pull me out of the darkness. Remind me that your mercy is greater than my mistakes." Amen. The weight of silence. Morning brought no peace, only exhaustion. Eli looked at the pale sunrise and wondered if God still listened. He read the words again. "I am weary with my groaning. All night I flood my bed with tears." Psalm 6, 6. The verse mirrored him perfectly. He walked along the sea, waves crashing like a wounded heart. Each wave felt like confession, strong, loud, endless. He spoke softly, "I have prayed, but you haven't answered." His voice cracked. "Do you still care?" The ocean breeze whispered through his hair, and somewhere within the noise, he thought he heard, "My silence is not my absence." He stopped walking. For the first time in weeks, his chest loosened. Maybe God wasn't punishing him. Maybe he was teaching him to listen. Prayer. God of quiet seas, help me trust you when you seem silent. Let your stillness strengthen, not frighten me. Amen. The weight of guilt. Eli returned home, haunted by regrets that clung to him like shadows. He replayed every wrong turn, the harsh words, the betrayal, the lost love. Psalm 6 became a mirror. "Have mercy on me, Lord, for I am weak." He sank into his chair and spoke aloud. "Weak, that's me." He hated that word, yet it was the first honest confession in months. As he sat, a small beam of light from the window hit his Bible. The pages rustled as if stirred by an unseen hand, landing on Isaiah 43:2. "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you." He closed his eyes and whispered, "Then walk with me, Lord, through this." Prayer. Father, you know the guilt that breaks me. Wash me clean, not because I deserve it, but because you are merciful. Amen. The Valley of Tears. Days passed like long sighs. Eli began walking to the green hills outside the town. There, surrounded by quiet fields, He could finally breathe, but the valley below reminded him of what he'd lost. He knelt on the grass, tears falling freely. He prayed, "Lord, you know my sorrow. You count my tears." Echoing Psalm 56:8. A wind swept across the hilltop, gentle but firm, like a father's hand on his shoulder. For the first time, Eli didn't feel alone. Prayer. God, when the valley feels endless, lift my eyes to your hills of hope. Remind me that even my tears are seen by you. Amen. When the soul trembles. Night came again with thunder rolling over the sea. Eli's fear returned. Memories of rejection, failure, loneliness. He read aloud, trembling, "My soul also is greatly troubled, but you, O Lord, how long?" Psalm 6:3. His voice cracked. The storm outside echoed the storm within, but he stayed on his knees this time. In the roar of thunder, his heart whispered, "Stay with me, Lord." Somewhere between the flashes of lightning, he sensed God, not above the storm, but in it. Prayer. Lord, even when I tremble, be the calm inside me. Stay close when fear roars louder than faith. Amen. Remembering mercy. After the storm, the air was sweet with rain. Eli sat under a tree and watched droplets slide down green leaves. Psalm 6 shifted in his heart, from despair to hope. The Lord has heard my plea. The Lord accepts my prayer. Verse 9. He smiled faintly. Could it be true again for him? He remembered the cross, the thief forgiven in his dying breath. Mercy was not earned, it was given. He whispered, "Lord, I believe you still hear me." Prayer. Jesus, thank you for mercy that never runs dry. When I doubt, remind me that you always listen. Amen. The healing path. Eli began walking again, literally and spiritually. Every morning, he'd read a psalm and walk along the coastline, letting the wind carry his thoughts heavenward. Healing came slowly like sunrise. He felt his heart soften. He forgave someone he once hated. Then he forgave himself. Psalm 103 whispered in his ear, "He heals all your diseases and redeems your life from destruction." Prayer. Lord, thank you for healing what I cannot see. Let every step I take lead me closer to you. When God speaks again. One morning as Eli prayed, he felt something different. A still, small voice whispered deep within his spirit, "I never left you." He froze. The words weren't heard, they were felt. Tears filled his eyes. He realized God had been in every silence, every storm, every tear. Psalm 6 wasn't just David's cry, it was his journey too. He fell to his knees again, but this time not in sorrow, but in awe. Prayer. Lord, your voice is softer than the wind, yet stronger than fear. Thank you for never leaving me. Amen. The return of joy. Weeks passed. Peace replaced panic. Gratitude replaced